In my last video, I said positive people are luckier. Ever noticed that? Today, let's find out why. So, what is positivity really? It's not about being fake happy or ignoring reality. It's more like choosing to focus on what could go right, even when things don't look great. Same situation, just a different way of looking at it. So why do positive people seem luckier? Let's look at it from a scientific angle first. Your brain has something called a filter, the RAS. It takes in a huge amount of information every second, but only shows you what you're paying attention to. So if you keep focusing on problems, you'll naturally see more problems. But if you start looking for opportunities, you'll begin to notice things that were always there. You just didn't see them before. Now, from a psychological point of view, positivity also changes how you behave. You're more willing to try. You stick with things a bit longer, and you tend to communicate with more confidence. And over time, that increases your chances of doing well. It's not really about luck, it's more about how you act. It's also kind of a numbers game. Positive people usually take more action, which means they create more chances for something to work out. Biologically, it helps too. When you're in a more positive state, your stress levels go down, and your brain works a bit more clearly. You think faster and often make better decisions. And socially, people can feel your energy. They're more comfortable around you, they trust you more, and they're more open to working with you. So in a way, that gives you an advantage without you even realizing it. So, from a scientific perspective, what we call luck often comes from where you focus and how you respond. Now, if we look at it from a more spiritual side, some people describe it as being in flow, or being aligned with your path. When you're negative, you tend to hesitate, overthink, and sometimes miss the right timing. But when you're more positive, you move a bit more freely, and things feel like they fall into place more easily. Not in a magical way, just because you're less stuck. But here's something people don't always talk about. Positivity doesn't just affect your luck, it actually changes your day-to-day life. You feel less stressed, because you're not constantly looping in negative thoughts. Your relationships get better because people enjoy being around your energy. You also tend to take better care of yourself, eating better, moving more, resting properly. And over time, you become more resilient. Things still go wrong, of course, but they don't hit you as hard. And little by little, you build a kind of confidence that feels very natural. So, how do you actually become a more positive person? Nothing complicated. First, just notice your thoughts, especially the negative ones. You don't have to fight them, just be aware of them. Then try to shift them slightly into something more helpful. Not fake, just more balanced. Also, pay attention to what you consume every day, because your environment really shapes your mindset. Try to move your body more and take small actions regularly. They don't have to be big, just consistent. And maybe the most important part, learn to accept the things you can't control. That alone can save you a lot of unnecessary stress. Now, this might sound simple, but it does take time, because you're not just changing habits, you're slowly changing the way you see things. But if you stick with it, you might start to notice something. Opportunities show up more often, people respond to you differently, and life feels a bit easier to handle. At that point, you realize it was never really about luck. It was about how you see, how you think, and how you act. And this is just the beginning. In the next videos, we'll go deeper into how to actually train your mind to stay in that state more consistently. For yourself, for your future, and for the kind of life you want to build. Thank you for watching until the end. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to support me in creating more quality content.